Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey and on this channel I talk about planning, journaling, stationery and all of that fun stuff. So if that's something that you're interested in, then please feel free to stick around, subscribe, like, comment. We have a gorgeous community over here. First of all, a couple things before we get into the proper video. I just want to say, if you can hear building work or a 2000s themed dance party, then that's my neighbours. I have not posted when this earlier because I haven't been able to do any filming recently because three of my neighbours were having their gardens worked on all at the same time, and that was coincidental. It wasn't on purpose, I guess, but that has meant that I have really struggled to get anything done because it wasn't just one lot of work people, it was 3 different lots from 3 different areas. So one's at the back of my house here, and then 2 are that side, or one's that side like a bit further over, and then one's there. So it was like I've just been surrounded for the last week with heavy machinery noises, and also the gardeners for the close came, and yeah. And today one of my neighbour this way, who had her garden redone, it looks beautiful, is now out there planting and having like a 2000s themed dance party out there, which I don't blame her for at all. So I have got all the windows shut, but I also have Harry at home, who is going to be like making food and stuff. So just a blanket apology now for any weird noises that you might hear through this video. I apologise. I'm just doing my best. That some of the builders aren't 100% completed, so there may be noises. I don't know. We'll see. So with all of that said, I think that is a problem sometimes when you're filming from home, and I live in a very small close, very small, and so typically it's actually very quiet, but obviously I can't control what my neighbours do, so it just is what it is. So today I'm finally filming the rest of my setup for my Hobonichi Cousin Spring Start. I've already prepped my stickers. These are like my title stickers, I guess is what I'm calling them, and I've prepped some other bits that are going in, so hopefully this is going to be smooth sailing, but now I've said that, it probably won't. Let's have a really quick, let me move this over to here. Let's have a really quick recap. So I put my stickers on the front. This is really annoying me. I don't know if you can see on screen, but you can see the spring bit behind this sticker. I didn't realise how translucent it was because it was on white backing, so it looked like this on the backing. It is what it is, but I keep thinking there's like a hair or something on it and going to wipe it off, so we'll see if I keep that. I haven't put it back in its case yet because I wanted to finish cover because I wanted to finish everything first, but I have been updating my daily pages, so let's go through. So I put this plastic protective cover back on. I've put the little gloomy from Megan Rhiannon back in here, and I've written my name, and then yeah, this was actually something that I think I'm going to start tracking in here, which I just realised I didn't do a title for, but I don't actually think I need to for this page, so I'll come back to this. I say that, I bet I forget that. We'll see. Let me, if I take this and put it here, hopefully that will remind me. Okay, so I don't know, I think I did this with you, I want to say. So no, this was the March one, so this is the one I did with you. So, you know, you've seen that. And then this is what we're doing today. So let's just go through the other bits that I did. So I hairsprayed this and now it's not transferring, so that worked. I'm really pleased about that. And I just stuck a little sticker for April up here. Again, it was just, it had to go on this side, so it is what it is. This is just, I'll go over this super quick because I'm gonna do like an April flip through. But as you can see, I've been in here using it, and yeah, just, oh yeah, look, I just remembered I signed up for my next Open University module yesterday, so these will be my extra videos. They're not going to be my like main videos on this channel anymore, but I will do some extra videos about my OU process and journey and all that, because I know I have got a fair few people asking about them still, so because obviously I deferred this year, so I'll go through that in another video. And then yeah, it was basically, I kind of just went through and said I'm gonna do my cleaning timetable on here, and then this, I have thought about it, and one of the things that I was gonna use to cover some of this stuff up, but to be honest I don't care that much about it, about covering it up. I'm not that worried about it, so I think I will just leave it. Yes, so let's get on to what we are supposed to be doing today. So it's here, I think, yeah. So this is going to be my ink test pages. Do I cover it all the way up there? I think I will. So what have you all been up to this week? I did some fun stuff at the weekend, but last weekend, yeah, so the weekend just gone was basically my Mother's Day weekend, sort of, that I had deferred to last weekend because I had worn myself out. Let me just stick this because it's really hard for me to talk and do things like this at the same time. Yeah, I wore myself out last week, like the week of Mother's Day, and my husband and son had been out all day on Saturday at car show, so I just said to them, do you mind if we defer it to next week, because we were doing like a brunch and stuff. Just quickly, I've got all my stickers out, so I'm gonna just pop some stickers on that feel relevant to this. Yeah, so I just said to them, do you mind if we postpone until the week after? And they said yes please, because we were all really worn out. And so yeah, we went to brunch yesterday. No, what day is it today? Tuesday. So Sunday we went to brunch. Saturday I spent all day in the garden, which was absolutely lovely. Not back, sort of. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was my garden. Funnily enough, me and my neighbours are all on the same page because I need to do my garden, and I have been putting some plans in place for a little while. Do I need something down here or no? I don't think I do. I think that's fine. Maybe a little green splodge. Yeah, so I spent all day redoing my front garden, just the planting side, because I had loads of plants but they were all in pots. Because we had been planning to move for quite a long time, everything was actually in pots. And I was just like, do you know what, I actually, like, I hated it. It looked so silly having everything in pots the way they were. So I just said, look, let's just pop everything in the ground, and it looks so much neater. So that's how we're having it. And so I did that, and then I planted up loads and loads and loads of seeds into my greenhouse. And then Sunday we went out for brunch and a walk around the river. That's what these are, these little Polaroids that I took. How cute are they? That one had a weird little stripe on it, I think because this was the first one and it's been sat in the camera for a while. But yeah, they're to go in here at some point, but I need to zhuzh it. Yes, so I went out for brunch, went for a little walk, did some watercolour by the river, which was lovely, and then that was it really. I went home and I was absolutely shattered. So I ended up doing some crochet in front of a film, which was, what film was it? Angel Has Fallen. It was just out on Netflix. It was one of those that had been recommended to me. So I decided to just watch that while I caught up with my crochet, because I'm crocheting a blanket, and I have been crocheting this blanket for a long time. They're little like granny square type. It's one of those where you just put it all together at the end. But wow, I got through loads during that film. I really got into it again. It was so nice. I don't know about you, but I'm someone who I need something to do with my hands while I'm watching a film. Otherwise, I don't know, I just feel like I can't concentrate on it, which is silly. And yeah, so I crochet, or I do diamond art or whatever, but I think crochet is probably the least what's the word, the least disruptive to everybody else. It's very quiet and whatever. And yeah, so I did that, and then that was it really for my weekend. What about you guys? What did you all get up to? Let me know in the comments. For these, actually, I should probably tell you, where is it? Let me see if I can find it. I just use, I think we talked about it briefly in the last video or the video before, but I just use these A4 sticker sheets that I got on Amazon. Where is it? So it's just a whole sheet. There's nothing, it goes all the way to the edge, and they look like this. A4 matte white paper sticker label, and they are really good. So far so good. I mean, it also says they're suitable for cutting machines as well, like Cricut and Silhouette, so that's good. My Cricut doesn't do that. I've got a Cricut Joy, so it doesn't do all the things that, well, to be honest, I could do with it doing. So maybe that's another investment later on down the line for a proper one. But yeah, I just cut them out. I just did this on, what did I do that on? Canva, and then just cut them out, stick them on. But it doesn't, none of this needs to be too fussy for me. What am I looking for? Tipp-Ex. Let me see if that is less distracting. Oh, this Tipp-Ex I got so that it matches the weeks, I think. Yeah, because the weeks is definitely more yellow. Yeah, look at the difference. I don't know if you can see on screen. That is a huge difference. So this Tipp-Ex works really well on this, less so on this. But I just wanted to make it a little less distracting anyway for underneath my stickers. yeah, I think I'm definitely getting braver when it comes to like creating my own things. I was very much in a just buy it kind of mentality before, where I don't know, I think that's fine. Yeah, I think it was just like I didn't want to mess it up or whatever, and now I'm like, really? In my head, I think in my head I'm like, oh, it wouldn't look very professional or whatever if I did it, but this isn't a professional journal, it's my personal journal, so it doesn't need to. And I think I'm getting much better at kind of reminding myself of that as I go along, so I am pleased about that. Let's see, like this is wonky, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect. That's not what I'm doing it for. I just need it as a heading, and if I wanted to I could spend hours cutting it out properly. I do have a guillotine, and I also have one of those, I don't know what you call it, they're just like a paper cutter, I guess, the ones that you slide along, but I also have like the chopper one as well, and that'll go nicely. Yeah, I don't know, just don't feel the need to anymore. I think I don't enjoy it so much when I put that kind of pressure on myself, and I can just, it's like this with the stickers, I'm trying really hard to just not think about it too much. It's just meant to be a little something, it's not meant to be like a huge decoration. I really like that. These are Little Thought Store Lethbridge paper. I just picked a few out to see which ones I like, but that one fits perfectly. Yeah, and I can always come back and add more if I want to. Just one sec. Back on the trip drinks. This time, peach ginger, which I'm finding really nice because I felt a bit nauseous today. I think it's because I'm really hot. Okay, so I'm up to reading log, which I then left loads of space for before I did my cleaning list, if I remember rightly. Yeah, so I'm going to take this off because I think I'm going to leave 4, which I definitely won't need, but it will just give me a bit of space. And then I've got my cleaning list. Now I don't know, I printed these out on A5 paper and then just trimmed them. And I've got my everyday tasks, my every 2 to 3 day tasks. These are all mixed up. Yeah. And then I've got weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, seasonal and yearly. And then I've got my lists of things to not forget, basically, on my day. So like Monday bathroom, Tuesday living room. So like I said before, if you don't remember, I am going to try and do this I'm trying to kind of rejig my cleaning routine, because I'm currently in a routine where I just allow my house to turn into a pit and then do a massive deep clean, and it really wears me out and I hate it. I hate my house being like that. So my new thoughts are to go back to what I used to do, which is kind of this, but these will be good, I think, for like my, just like as a reminder and a reference. But I think I'm also going to leave a few pages afterwards and maybe come up with a tick list or something, and then I'll know, or like a thing where I can put the dates next to when I've had the boiler service, the gutters cleaned, that kind of thing. So for now I'm just going to stick these in, and then I'll leave a couple of pages and then I'll get on with my gardening bit. So let's do that. Am I where I should be? Yeah. move this over. And I'm going to speed this bit up for you guys because you don't want to see me just gluing loads of random paper. Okay, so that's that done. I'm quite pleased with that because that's just, I hate my handwriting when I'm trying to do stuff like this. It stresses me out really badly because again I feel like it needs to look a certain way. I need to do these corners better. This glue that I'm using, what is this called? Glue by, is it Kokoyo? I think it is. I got it from Miso Paper. It's like the disappearing glue, so it goes on blue so you can see where you've put it. And then but yeah, it's not, I think it's actually really nice because it's not sort of overly tacky, so it sticks to everything. I did a better job on those, but yeah, it's we'll see how it goes. It is what it is. We'll see if it stays put. I think it will, but yeah, so that's that. And then I'm gonna leave, say, these three, and then I'll go into like my garden stuff because like I said, I want to write these down. And do you know what I've done? What a wally. I've put Thursday here. And this glue is really good. That's okay. I'm just gonna stick it back down. Wow, that says it all. Yes, so I will leave a few pages. That doesn't really matter, I guess, because I've got my thing in the back for that. Yeah, I'll leave those and then I'll start here with my gardening. So I think it needs to say gardening here. Gardening, and then I think I need to say planting schedule directly underneath, maybe, and then that could be that. Seed list, and then the next page. Okay. I think I'll do this one first. Yeah, I am definitely getting better with the perfectionism. Like, that would have really bothered me before, messing that up. But it's just kind of like, oof, you know, now it's the least of my worries, I guess. But yeah, going back to the garden stuff, we are hopefully going to be getting an allotment soon. We're on the waiting list, but I have been told hopefully it'll only be a few weeks from now, which is excellent because a lot of the stuff I've got that's making my garden look messy can go down to the allotment. And yeah, that's annoying. That's fine. So I already have like a little seed list and everything, and I also have like a little, I've done a little picture thing of where I've got everything in my like a plan for my greenhouse basically. But I kind of wanted it in here because I'm in here a lot, and I can, it will remind me. The thing with me is I'm someone where sometimes, or often, it's out of sight, out of mind, which isn't great for an allotment, and it's not great for when you have a greenhouse, because a lot of the time I can't it's one of those plastic ones. It's white, but it's like you can't see through it. So when I'm like out, even when I'm out in the garden with the girls, I'm not necessarily looking at them. So again, I need to kind of remind myself what I'm doing. When I say the girls, that's the chickens. But yeah, so I need to kind of remind myself what I'm doing. And sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but especially recently, time is like flying by, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I haven't planted this and I haven't done this and this should have been done. So for me, I need to be a bit more organised with things so that they get done. It's like that with the cleaning really as well. Okay, so when that's done, when I've got my allotment and I know my plants, I can stick them in here. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, so then I can, the reason I even want the allotment is so I can have more space, obviously, so my garden is less messy, I guess. And also my garden is south facing, but has big trees in it, so it has lots of shade. And because it's not that big, they provide quite just a bit too much shade for things like ripening tomatoes and stuff. So I think having an allotment would be quite nice just for those things even. And yeah, just to get all of that like growing stuff out of the garden. My garden isn't really big enough to kind of, especially with the chickens, they take up 2/3 of my garden. So I think yeah, maybe that's kind of my thoughts behind that, is I just need to have some space, and then when I get my allotment I can just do it bit by bit. So I've got space here for plants. I could even leave a couple, so it's like my bedding bit for brassicas, my bedding bit for root vegetables, whatever it is I'm doing. And then I'm probably going to need a plan for things like my polytunnel, and so yeah, I'm going to leave some space for that. That actually takes up quite a bit of the space, but I also have this. Now I saw this on TikTok and I went straight to it and then didn't save the creator who introduced me to this, so I do apologise. I could not tell you, but the company for this is Year Compass. Oh my word. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the cat snoring. As if we needed more noises. Yeah, so Year Compass, and you literally just go on there and it gives you the download. It's free. And I saw this and thought it was lovely because although it's not the new year, this is kind of my new year in this. So I thought it would be a nice exercise to do. And so this is a booklet. I've cut it out, I printed it out on A4 paper and then just cut it down to size so that it fits. And it's just some little exercises to kind of reflect on last year, and then the next bit is the year ahead and how, so basically goal setting and I guess manifestation a little bit maybe. Now I have decided that I'm going to leave this page because this is technically what I would have used as my April page, which I think I'm going to try and use these pages as like reflections or monthly goal settings. I haven't decided yet. So I'll start here and I'm basically going to go from the back and then work my way back because I don't need this turning the page, and this is basically useful for that anyway. So let's, oh yeah, I didn't put any stickers on here. Let's decorate that just briefly. Let's grab my tweezers. What have we got here? That's cute. see. I love these. These are Wild Bird UK. She just has some really, really pretty stickers. That's cute for that. Yeah, and then these are Lunaria stickers on Etsy, and these are Little Thoughts Store on Etsy as well. We've got seed list, seeds planted, date. Oh, cute. There. One second, I just need to check on my chickens. What is that? Oh, it wasn't my chickens. It was the guy who's doing the work on my other neighbour's house. Everyone's having their gardens redone, ready for... Everyone's very excited about this weather, I think. We've all just gone, oh, we need to sort our gardens out. I think because all these houses were built at the same time, they've all just kind of deteriorated at the same time too, so we're all just in need of freshening up all around the same time. Let's see. And then I could do the little shed, I guess. They're just a bit, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this one. Actually, that's fine. I can just cut that off. Where's my... There we go. Okay, so very slightly decorated. We're back here. Oh, now we're onto the gluing again. I have put these in order, but I'm just going to double check, so just hold please while I check that, because of my mess up a minute ago. It's made me paranoid. Yeah, I was going to say this. I don't know about you. I am not particularly suspicious. It's not the word. Superstitious. I would say, like, I don't walk under ladders and stuff. That's mostly just like as a safety precaution though, to be honest. But I recently, every time I've said that I will do something in a video, I feel like the world is conspiring against me to stop me doing whatever it is I said. I feel like the universe is trying to teach me a lesson in, like, don't make plans or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, so the reason I'm even saying that is because, oh, that's wonky, never mind, because I kind of like telling you what I'm gonna, like, what I'm planning on doing, and then, but like I say, then something happens and I can't do it, and I hate that. Like, that is actually like a huge thing to me, really. If I've been so stressed this week, like, because the thing is, today is the quietest possible day that we've had, even though it is still noisy out there. It's enough, it's quiet enough where I feel like my voice can drown out the noise, basically. But it hasn't been like that. It's literally been like, I cannot hear myself think all week. That's how loud it's been. So I just could not record. It would have picked it up. There's nothing I could have done about it. yeah, so now I feel like I don't really want to say anything, because I've been promising this stationery video, the stationery favourites video, for a while, and every time I've done that I've got like, I got really poorly. What was it before that? Harrison got poorly or something. Like, that was really bad. It was like someone really didn't want me to keep that promise. So I feel like I'm just gonna surprise you all for a little while, and I guess you're gonna have to just either check in or I guess follow on Instagram or TikTok. Maybe I'll start uploading TikToks more, and then I can let you know on there when I'm uploading something, because honestly this is actually getting beyond a joke now. So I've just decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just not going to tell you what I'm going to do, and then because I hate letting you down. Like, it really bothers me, it really stresses me out, and I just feel like there's no need for all that. We'll just go along. Like I said, I have already made a promise in this video actually that I will do some extra Open University videos, but that's a long way off, so I feel like that's safer for me to say, hopefully anyway. I'd love to know if any Open University people still follow me, because I'm guessing probably not that many. That is really wonky, because obviously I used to do mostly Open University content, then changed to stationery content, and I'm just not convinced that everybody stuck around for that, which is fair. That's not what they signed up for. So if you are, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Just say hi, because yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many of you are still here. I know there's a few because I've got comments, and some of my OGs actually I do know because I speak to them regularly, but the yeah, if you're not one of those OGs where I speak to regularly, or you can always say hi, you know you can, but yeah, I'd love to know if you are still around, because that would actually, I'm still going to do the content, but that would be interesting, because I always did that content because that was so much more for me, and this is still for me, but yeah, that content was just like I guess memory keeping is how it started. And then I was like, do you know what, there was no Open University content really. There was like maybe 10 videos that I found tops in total that was actually helpful when I was starting out, and I just thought, you know, if it's not there, then create it, you know, and just, it's like a memory keeper, but also it helps other people, and if I'm giving advice as I go along, as I learn, and people really responded well to that. So yeah, I'm always happy because they'll always be there, so I'm always happy to just pop it on there, because I know how I don't know, I guess daunting it is to start a like most like brick unis have quite a bit of information online about them. You've always got people like vlogging from their rooms and stuff, so you even know what the accommodation looks like a lot of the time. Just now I have to keep checking that I've got the right page. But yeah, and there wasn't that for the Open University. Obviously not with accommodation because you don't stay there, but you know what I mean. Right, I am going to speed this up for you guys because otherwise I'm going to end up with a sore throat.
Okay, so now we have, so that's where the allotment plans are. So there's only actually a tiny bit left, because this is where my year compass begins. So it goes over the past year, what like talks about personal life, family, career, studies, all of that stuff, and then talking about, was there 6 sentences about my past year, so things like the wisest decision I made, the biggest lesson I learned, the biggest risk I took, that kind of thing. And then questions about past year, so what were you able to accomplish, what were you not able to accomplish, that kind of thing. Best moments, I might put some pictures in here actually, that would be cute. 3 of my biggest accomplishments, forgiveness, letting go, and then the past year in 3 words, and then say goodbye to it. Then you do 2005. So I'm going to be going up to like the end of March for this. I'm going to be using this up to the end of March, and then I'll put April 2025. And then the year ahead, so dare to dream big. So what does your year ahead look like? Why will it be great? This is what my next year will be about. So I guess it's kind of like manifesting and goal setting. Magical triplets for the year ahead. I will love these 3 things about myself. I'm ready to let go of these 3 things, that kind of thing. Oh gosh, and that's it again. So then 6 sentences about my next year. So I will not procrastinate about I'm laughing because I'm the queen of procrastination right now. This year I will draw the most energy from. This year I'll be bravest when. I'll say yes when. That's quite nice. My word for the year ahead, secret wish. And then like I guess like a contract to sign for yourself. And then that's it. I think that'd be lovely to do. Like just sat in a cafe or something, and like that will bulk, yeah, that's bulked me up a little bit, but I mean I'm not overly concerned about that. It still feels fine. Yeah, I really like that. And then last but not least, I'll do the cleaning thing in another, like later on. I'm not too worried about that. This, I just want to make sure I've set it up. So I want to track my walking, my sleep and my mood. So I might use these dots actually. These are like the Midori, what are they called? Join dots. So maybe like I've actually got all this data on my Apple Watch, so I can go back and backfill. I think walking, I'll do the steps. So and then I'll add a dot as well. So sleep hours. And then mood 1 to 5, bad to good, to see if that is then affected by any of those things. So I think that's fine, because I think that would quite easily fit in there. What colour? I think maybe these I can go for because they're a bit brighter. So walking, this is cute purple. Sleep
this blue. The mood is yellow. Perfect. Okay, so let's show you, get my cover. Pop you back in here, my little lovely. And a quick little flip through. So we have, I'm going to put my bits and bobs in here later. So we have my front cover, which really actually makes me happy. I've got Megan Rhiannon's Gloomy and my little nameplate. I'll probably dot some of like the important dates on here. I'll probably put stickers or something on here, maybe just leave it. We have my habit tracker, and then we go to the months, which is fine. I do actually want to say, someone mentioned this and said, are they missing out on a stationery festival? No. This is Japfest, is a car festival I guess. My son is very much into cars, it's his special interest, and he specifically very much loves drift cars and like the whole Japanese drifting scene. And I've got filthy hands and I've just put it on there. And yeah, so it's not, you're not missing out on anything, it's cars. That's what we're going to. It's for his birthday. That's the months, and then we start here with ink test pages, which I'm going to have so much fun doing this, because I'm just going to sit in front of a film or something, or a true crime podcast, and just swatch my inks. Now, I don't know whether to put little bookmarks in for these. I don't know if I'll need to. We'll see. Maybe use the Midori clips. Movies and TV log. And then reading log. Cleaning lists. I guess I could cut that out and then stick it back in so it's the right way around. And then my gardening, planting schedule, seed list, seeds planted date, planted out date, and then my allotment plans. And then that moves swiftly on to my year compass, which I'll fill out in private, obviously. And then April. I really love that, it's so pretty. And then we are into my daily pages. So yeah, really pleased with that. I think I'm going to go in also and write out all my journal prompts like I did in my little practice one, because I think when you've already got something written on the page, it makes it easier to go into it. I don't know how to explain that. It just makes it, for me, it makes it easier to start if there's something already written there. Okay, this is going to be the longest video ever, so I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. So yeah, like I said, if you enjoy talking about stationery, planners, journaling, all of that fun stuff, then please feel free to stick around, subscribe, like, and yeah, comment. I would love to hear from you. I would love if you would answer some of my questions from today, because that's really helpful for me. And I will see you all again next time. I'm not going to say when. I mean, my uploads are usually on a Tuesday at 7 o'clock. But aside from that, if I am doing anything extra or whatever, you probably should follow me on Instagram to find out when I've uploaded, because I'm just not going to say anymore and jinx myself. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye.